Hi everyone, welcome to Be Celestial Tarot. This is our October reading for all my Aries out there. I'm going to try to keep it open in general just to see what message Spirit will give. If you like, please like and subscribe. I'm sorry I said a lot. But let's see what messages will come through for our Aries in the month of October. You are really feeling yourself. Wow, a lot of water energy, a lot of emotion, and I feel like, I don't know, for some reason I feel fulfilled. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, so these are the overall energies of the reading. But I'm feeling like there's this major moment of clarity where you're like feeling yourself, and there's a certain fulfillment of like emotionally fulfilling that you're gonna get, but the devil coming out, it's like, be careful of overindulgence. Like, you might be feeling yourself, but be careful of the energy that you're putting out there, or putting too much energy out to different people, because sometimes we can take on their energy when we give too much to other people. Sometimes it's draining in that way. So I would just be careful about who you're giving your energy to. And to be careful of overindulgence. And there might be some fear, I don't know, or you could be finally feeling like comfortable emotionally, but there's something holding you back. There's a fear inside of you that is stopping you from being vulnerable and getting to that vulnerable place. Okay. The next card that came out was the Star card, which I love the Star card. So that's like hope and faith. And finally, like, for me, that's like fulfillment of something. And just feeling that the universe is there to support you. Like, for me, so far, the month of October is very beautiful, and I feel like there's some kind of mastership that you're falling into. And I feel like some of you might have known for a long time that something good was coming. Also, I heard, like, be careful of your health, which for some reason that goes directly with the indulgence. Okay, that is so weird. So look at those two stars. So this is Aries, which is actually the High Priestess, and that's needing to trust your intuition. But the fact that it came out in reverse, it's like there's a part of you, you're going to be challenged a lot mentally, and I feel like if you don't trust your intuition, like, some of you have very strong intuition, and I feel like you're going to be like, okay, well, like, I'm gonna lean into the moment, and then I think you're going to forget to take care of yourself. And your judgment's going to be off. Like, I feel like sometimes there's going to be, like, some red flags in your life. You might be meeting someone. This is very select message. You might be meeting someone, and there might be small red flags that you might be very dismissive of. You're like, oh, but it's fine, it's fine. Don't be dismissive. If you're not getting a good feeling about someone, you have to trust that. And don't try to overcompensate in other ways. So let's see if we can get some clarity. Okay, that was aggressive. 5 of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, I see, like, a lot of socializing, but again, I just keep hearing be careful about who you're socializing with, which is so interesting. And the Cups keep wanting to come. Let me just... Okay, the Cups keep wanting to come. Sorry. What messages do we have for her? Aries at the end of October. 6 of Swords. Some of you, you might be at odds a little bit with, like, work and your intellectual property. I don't know why that's coming up, but, like, your intellectual property, you might feel like it's compensated damage. That's not the word. What is that? I can't think of words today. But I feel like someone you work with or someone you work for, you might be feeling challenged by, like, their limitations on your creativity or your intelligence. Like, I feel like you might feel undermined in your own personal space, in your own workspace, and it's going to be very frustrating for you. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be at odds with someone. Which is interesting because that came out in Aquarius too. Yeah, and I feel like some of you have just been like, oh, I've been like some of you might have been saving up, but like you just keep thinking that you're not doing good enough. Like maybe you're spending your money in weird ways, but like you're like, I feel like I make progress, and then I fall back on that progress. But also the Page of Wands coming out, it's like, no matter what you might be at odds at work, your creativity is going to break through. Like you are going to have a major revelation in terms of like your ideas are going to lead you to the top, if that makes sense. Like someone might be stifling or making you feel like inferior or your work isn't good enough, but like your work is going to speak levels on its own. Like the shit you put out is going to be like kind of like a I told you so moment where this person might have made you feel undermined or just not as intelligent or intellectual. Like you might be at odds with someone close to you too, where you feel like you have to prove yourself, and it's just gonna be like, well, I did, because the work I put out, it speaks for itself. Yep, that's creative. That's the Magician. That is creative manifestance. So that's the confidence in your abilities. Like the fact that came out right under the Page of Wands is just like, you know what you got, you know your ability, and why are you even trying to doubt it? Like I feel like you're gonna be at a point where like someone's gonna like try to get into your spirit, like get in your head, and you're just gonna be like, no, you're not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna entertain your pessimism. I'm not gonna stoop to your level in terms of like what you're putting out there. I'm only gonna wish you the best and be on my way. Like you're just not gonna take it. All right, let's pull another deck. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. That is, for me, the Princess of Discs is like the birth of creativity and birth of like new ideas. And I feel like you're gonna kind of be like honing in on like your creative powers, but also like just putting good things out into the world. Like I don't feel like anyone's gonna be able to really drag you down. Oh yeah. Ace of Swords. You kidding me? That's it. That's that's all you need to know. The Ace of Swords is like finally conquering something. And I feel like you might have a moment where you're just going to be like, I've known for a long time that I'm capable of good things, but for some reason, like you feel like you've been working, something that you feel like you've been working towards for so long is going to get the recognition that it deserves. Yeah, say shitty. Like, yeah, the Ten of Cups, which is right. Okay, look, they're right there. They're the same color. Yeah, like I feel like you're going to finally feel satisfied in a way of just like, I can... any worry that you might have been dealing with before, it's like, oh, no, I know I've been working towards this. And I feel like some of you know you've been working on. Yeah, okay, that is weird. Okay, so the Devil right under that is so interesting. Why? Yeah, don't let your fear of like not getting what you want limit you. And it's so interesting that those came out right under each other. Yeah, like don't let yourself fall back on any limiting behaviors or self-sabotage, inner self-sabotage. Like don't let yourself do that. And it's going to be easy to fall into that. Also, some of you might have Capricorn in your chart, just something I gotta say. Yeah, and then also like don't let other people's ideas of like tradition, like you might think outside the box. Like the way you work could be different from which could be why the conflict was coming up, of like the way you approach work might be different from like your boss or someone who has a timeline on you, and like don't let that deter you. Like other people's work, you know what you're doing. Like don't let other people's opinion or tradition or idea, like thinking, get in the way of like your own creative process. But then also I'm like hearing like so maybe you might have a mentor that like might ultimately let you down, and you might have that realization of like, oh, this person's a human too, and I might have idolized this person, but I can't continue to idolize someone. Like you can still like admire someone but recognize their faults, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, the Magician coming out again. You're just getting the same cards at this point of just like, yeah, like you have to have confidence in your abilities. Like, you cannot let go of that confidence and just know your worth. Know your worth. Like, you know what you got, and it's just like, I think the month of October is kind of going to bring it to light of like, oh shit, like I was right along, like all this time, like I knew I had it in me, and like maybe you're just going to have this major moment of like, oh yeah, that's coming for me. Yeah, I feel like in the past, like the past energy you've had, Yeah, again, like for that to all come out near the devil, it's like either your own negative thinking stops you, or you might have not been able to, this might be something you haven't been able to finish or touch for a while, but like it's finally coming together. Like there might have been past things that have gotten in your head and made you stop. Any progress that you've made, you've gotten in your own way, or someone's interfered to make you think, oh, this isn't good, so then you just stop working on it completely. But I feel like you're overcoming that in the month of October. I'm going to pull some final cards for our Aries in the month of October. What are some final messages? Yeah, 9 of Discs, gain. Yep. Interesting. Disappointment came out right after. All these readings are seeming very similar today. Yeah, a cycle's about to end and you're going to enter a new cycle. But just understanding that things work out in the way that they need to, like something that might not have worked out was ultimately for the best. Yeah. And then at the bottom of the deck was 3 of Cups, which is abundance. So I think October's gonna be great. Just be better to yourself and continue to put the good work out there. All right, I'm sending all my light and love. Take care.